Hello, Collector's Corner here. Welcome to a Halloween review. Today we're taking a look at Classics Voyager Class Jetfire. And yeah, no, I'm not doing the whole review in these gloves, so that's about all of the Halloween you're gonna get. See ya! Anyway, here we have Jetfire. Classics Voyager Class Jetfire in his jet mode. It's a very, very nice jet mode. He was repainted several times to several different things. For BotCon, for Universe Treadbolt, and the shattered glass version. Shockingly enough. But anyway, yeah, today we're taking a look at the original Classics Jetfire. So let's get into him. So in jet mode, he is a scissor jet. Forget the actual model, but you should see it on screen. And yeah, he's very nice. The cockpit done in a nice, very nice blue. You can see his helmeted head in there. Get a black nose, some red detailing. Have the side cannons there, and side guns. Fortunately, on mine, the other side, one of them broke because they're very, very thin. It does have a lot of molded in detail all over the place. Yeah, those are just his arms. Lots of red paint on the top. More detailing, panel lining all over. You got some big old thrusters on the back. And yeah, bottom, he does get landing gear. They actually do roll. And he gets 3 rolling landing gear, which is very, very nice. Yeah, you can fold him in. There. That's quite a nice feature, considering today's jets hardly ever get landing gear. If they do, it doesn't roll. It's just static. These little fins here can fall down. You'll see why in a bit. But yeah, well, very nice jet mode. Very, very nice jet mode. You get the rope sign on his wing. Rub it. He's not a bot. Yeah. Yes, he is not a bot. Hi, before we continue, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're liking this content. It really helps us out. We now return to the review. Thank you. In any case, yeah, very nice jet mode. For comparison without all of his accessories, because he does have quite a few. But for a basic comparison, here he is with the current Voyager Seeker. You can see they are about the same size. Jetfire is a bit shorter overall, but it gets a lot more stuff. Here he is with Voyager Prime from that same line. Well, technically this is from a 2-pack, like 15 years later, but still. Same mold. Classics Prime. And for a more on-topic comparison, recent one, here is with the current Voyager. As you can see, mine is a bit yellowed, but yeah. Voyager Red Alert here. Very, very small in comparison. And one more comparison. Here he is with Vortex. Number 1 of 5 with the Combaticons. As you can see, yes, he's quite a bit smaller, but yeah, this guy's a deluxe, so he should be quite a bit smaller. Not bad. In any case, let's get into his accessories, which are quite a few accessories. First off, we get a couple of guns. The guns are done gun. Why won't you focus on the gun? There you go. Gun's done in black. A bit of detail in there. Hollow on the back, just a peg. You'll see that that's there in a bit. Yeah, it's two of those, exactly the same, except this one has a secondary peg. This one does not have. Go. Yeah. And you can peg these using the side peg, this one, onto his hands. Yes, his hands just sit onto the plane there. No hiding, unfortunately. Like so. Those guns. He does have two launchers, two spring-loaded launchers, done in black and red. And he gets two missiles. I only found one, but it's the same missile, so it doesn't really matter. There's the missile, then translucent blue, and you insert it into the launcher, like so, and there. And you can, of course, press this tab to launch them out into the nothingness, and they do launch with some force. You can take the launchers and tab onto those clips on his hands, like so. I have big hexagonal tabs there on pegs. Tab into that, like so. And that's how it looks with launchers of the guns. And last but not least, he gets this. In the Macross world, that would be called a fast pack. This is just a thruster pack here, thrusters. That uses these two clips on the bottom to clip onto Jetfire. Lots of nice detailing, black striping, lots of little details on the white sections there. He does have thrusters, large exhausts there. There are on ball joints, so you can position them however you want. It's very nice. This one's a bit tighter. Yeah, all very nice. And these two tabs go into these two clips on Jetfire. And to tab it in, you fold down his stabilizer pins and clip it in. Like so. And there you have Jetfire all weaponed up. Looks pretty nice. It does kind of remind you of the Macross he's supposed to be based off. Is he really IP infringing with this? Who knows? But yeah, he looks like a Macross now. And of course, these things do have good hitting guns. So if you pull back on these tabs, and there you go. It releases two very large guns with, of course, much more detail on them. Kind of rail guns with the opening at the front. Yeah, all in all, very nice. Very nice, all in all. So, yeah. He does look nice. I do like him. Well, he's a bit yellowed, but yeah, over the years, almost 20 years old at this point. In any case, yeah. Let's move on to transformation, shall we? Yeah. First thing you want to do is, well, you want to just close these down for now, so they don't get in the way. You don't have to remove anything for transformation, which is very nice. And we'll try to do it with everything on, including the fast pack. So, the first thing you want to do is come back here and untab the back, pull it up. And you want to untab his cockpit, pull it up, reveal his head there. close his landing gear. And you want to come down here and untab his arms. They do tab into the sides of his legs. And then pull down on each leg, like so. Open up his feet. You want to separate the nose cone, like so. Rotate the guns up so they are out of the way. Fold this down. And you want to fold the whole thing down. And you want that. Fold the whole thing down. Keep folding up the sides of the nose cone until they tab in. Tap everything in, fold down this panel. Now rotate his head round and forward. Now, before you do that, you want to take his arms, rotate on these big black hinges to the top. Rotate them at the shoulder. It's kind of hard, but it can be done. So because mine's very tight. There. Same thing on the other side. Rotate everything back and down. And tap in the chest. That's the chest, head. And you can flip up his wings. And you can now rotate the guns all the way around, Rotate his launchers. And there you are. Just fire the missile. Good job. And now push up the whole backpack onto his back. And this very long peg will peg into that port. And there you have Jetfire in his very heavy robot mode. And yeah, he's hard to stand because there's a lot of backpack weight. They stand, and he's standing. And there is Jetfire in his jet mode, his robot mode. Yeah. Very nice. Very bulky jet mode. Let's bring this up a bit. Now, let's get close to his face. There's his helmet. Very nice looking helmet. The silver, with the blue visor. Yellow sideburns there. And the guns. Yeah, quite nice. The chest window there. Jet detailing, you get some more red for the hips. A little red for the legs, as seen in jet mode. You get additional Autobot logos on the wings now, on this side of the wings, which are the underside in jet mode. Yeah, all in all, pretty nice. So, articulation wise, the head is a ball joint. It can rotate, it can look up, those flying poses. It can't look down. Enough articulation. Shoulders can rotate up, can rotate down. Down. Arms can go out that far. It does get elbow joint. 90 degrees, very tight on a soft ratchet there, but 90 degrees. Something I missed during the articulation portion. He does get a rotation below the elbow for some reason. Just kind of weird, but it does allow you to, rotate the arm somewhat. It's kind of odd. But yeah, it is there. Nothing at the bicep though. It does get a wrist swivel. Shockingly enough. For this day and age, no wrist because how it transforms. You can't kick forward that far. You can't kick back that far. It does not have a thigh rotation. It has 90 degrees of bend at the knee. It does rotate under the knee, which makes it look awkward when you get that. And his toes and his heels are joined, so you move one, the other one moves, but you can do that. Yeah, that's about it for articulation. Now, the fast pack can do something else. Again, if you open up these panels, guns will pop out, and then you can fold them forward. So overhead shouldered cannons, like so. Very nice. Because guns here, take them out of his hands, and you can combine them via that peg into that port, like so, and he gets a double-barreled rifle there, and he can hold it by that peg. Now, you can of course give him his missile launcher, and he can still launch them because that go on. And of course, his other trick is if you want to, you can remove everything from the robot mode. Including the helmet, and he gets another face below the helmet, beneath the helmet. And it's a nice silvery face with blue eyes, more akin to the cartoon, I think, instead of the toy. But yeah, black ears, blue eyes. He does have some light piping there. Isn't all that functional, but it is there. Yeah, looks kind of nice without all the weaponry. Yeah, quite nice, all things considered. Again, pull back the fins. You don't want them sticking out to the side. They're supposed to be, sort of like that. And yeah, all in all, I do like this Jetfire. For comparison, here he is with Prime. They're about the same size, both Voyagers, so yeah. Though he gets quite a lot more stuff than Prime does. Prime just gets his smokestacks and his wind vane. This guy gets a whole bunch of stuff. Here he is with a recent Voyager. Yeah, quite a bit larger. Here he is with Vortex. And last but not least, here he is with the Voyager Seeker. As you can see, they're about the same height. This guy will stand straight, thank you. Just about the same height. Maybe this guy's a little taller. But yeah, there you go. If I ever do get Siege Jetfire, yeah, you will see that comparison. But for now, this is all I have, so yeah. Enjoy. All in all, pretty nice figure. Articulation is a bit limited at the legs because no thigh swivel, no waist. but he's still kind of fun to mess around with. It's got a lot of accessories you can play with. Launchers, the missiles, large fast pack. Yeah, all of this you can tab onto the back. And give him a lot of weaponry. Hard to pose with all that on top of him. Give him his helmet. Give him his launchers. Yeah. All in all, it's pretty nice. I do like him. Lots of fun to be had. In a good sized package. He's not super huge like Commander Class Jetfire, but yeah, part of his charm is that he's huge. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Happy Halloween. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.